Hey, 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 it's MisterStubstep, and today we have two chunky bubble mailers to get through, one box, and then some binder time sorting all these wonderful cards away. So let's start with the ultra chunky one first. So I reach down in here and I see two fat wads of cards, which is amazing. I think majority of these are going to be bulk reverse holos that I need to complete my sets. But you know what? These were going to have to be done eventually. It takes a long time to find all these on TCGPlayer, but you know what? It's worth it. So I'm probably going to be going through these pretty fast unless I hit some that I think are worth over $1, because those are the ones that I'm going to reflect down below. I'm not going to reflect me paying 5 cents, 10 cents for these cards, because that is just a lot for a little, basically. So anything that I think is over $1, I'll be sure to put stuff down below. But it looks like we're starting out with some 151 reverse holos, which is pretty awesome. I didn't even think about that I was getting that. That's pretty cool, because that is a set that I'm trying to complete it by the end of this year. We'll see what actually happens, though. I know that Zard, I say eludes me. It's like I'm opening products still. Dang, all of these are reverse holos. Let's go. We have, oh, just the uncommon Pidgeot. Okay, I guess I didn't have the regular Pidgeot there. Hopefully that's correct. And then we're still in 151. I know that Raichu got reprinted. Let me know if you have a master set of 151 already. Slowly but surely gathering all the sets that came out last year. Definitely not ordering his cards as frequent as I used to. We have the Wigglytuff EX. Not even sure if this one was over $1. But with that expanding body, it's like me at dinner, you know? You just, or at a buffet, you just got to expand that body. Dang, I didn't have a regular Calamitous Mountain. And then we go right into some Paldea Evolved. Is that when we transitioned? Yeah, okay. So I think that's all 151, and this is Paldea Evolved. Got Citadel and Citadel. Charcadet, just a regular one, but the reverse of that one, Clavel and Corviknight. Okay. So now we have one more wad to get through. Dang, this might be a quick mail portion, but then the binder sorting portion will take a long time. All right, so more Paldea Evolved, which is wonderful. Hopefully, maybe with my next order, I can complete Paldea Evolved. That'd be pretty sweet. I know I have to get that Magikarp, though, which is a little tragic. Got Gothita. Let's see, are these all going to be reverse holos? Yeah, love that Jump Fluff artwork. Oh, whoa, did I order two? Okay, I'm going to have to verify if I ordered two. It's a little silly unless they slipped an extra one in there. Sometimes I accidentally click add to cart and then I end up ordering two of the same cards. So that does happen. So that just goes right back to my store, which is a little awkward. And all of this is Paldea Evolved. So I'm going to be making a massive chunk of my Paldea Evolved. If you're out there looking for just pages to be complete, this might be the video, because I got a chunky amount of cards here. And this is all Paldea Evolved. Sweet. So it looks like just 151 Paldea Evolved will be in this package. And maybe that EX was $1. If not, maybe nothing in here was over $1. I kind of want to see how many cards I got. So I don't think I'm revealing any private information here. But I ordered 89 cards, and it was only $13. That feels kind of... I don't want to say it feels bad, but you know, that probably took them a lot of work to get that whole package together, and then it ended up only being $13. But, you know, they wouldn't be selling the cards for that price if they weren't making something, or at least I hope they're not. Let's get into this next bubble mailer. And for those of you that were curious, I did accidentally order two Jump Fluffs. It's crazy because sometimes you'll add something to your cart in TCGPlayer, and then, oh shoot, all of those are popping. Oh shoot! Okay. Sometimes you'll add stuff to your cart, and then you won't realize it until after the fact that you double click, because it takes a second to load. So all of these will be in top loaders, which all of these top loaders have no tape on them, so I can reuse them, which is amazing. And we have that reverse Iono, which... Iono's still going for a decent amount. There's been a lot of different reprints and stuff for it, so that helps the price a little bit. And we have the Tinka illustration rare. Super cute. Tinka trying to carry all those jewels and gems. Also holding the hammer. You gotta admire the dedication. Let's see what this top loader holds. Oh, we got some 151. Every single time I say 151, I think of 151 Rum, the Tech 9 song. Definitely not a song appropriate for kids, but it's a song that I listened to growing up. One of my friends invited me to his birthday party, and no one was like going. This was like when I was really young, maybe like middle school. And no one really liked this guy, but he invited me because I was nice to him to his birthday party, and ended up being one of the coolest birthday parties ever, because he got like a private limo. We went to a haunted house, and then we went to this place and got like our own custom milkshakes and hamburgers. It was pretty awesome. Oh, we got the Kangaskhan, looking very bland. N Design Incorporated. I don't know if that's the N from Generation 5. Probably not, but still cool to add that to the collection as well. And we're just going to keep going through these top loaders. We have the Qian Pao EX. So this is a Paldea Evolved ultra rare or full art. I hate that they call these ultra rares now with the two silver stars, but they're like full artworks in my head, but they're called ultra rares. Kind of bothers me. And then the final card, I guess this was a pretty chill opening, just a lot of reverse hauls. Oh, we do get some gold up in here. The Superior Energy Retrieval. Essential. Okay, I don't want to say essential in a lot of decks, but it's essential in a few decks. You know, the Chen Pals, just anything that need a bunch of energy, Goldango, all that stuff. So it's using quite a bit of decks. And we do have a box. And I guess we'll get this box. All right, so I opened it up, and this is what I'm greeted with. So I see the card itself, and I'll leave that over there. It looks like they sent over some extra goodies. So they sent over a Trick or Trade pack. Which year is this from? This is 2022. Okay, so this might be the first year of Trick or Treat. And then a really cute Vileplume sticker, not gonna lie. Do I open this pack? I don't know. You know what, screw it, why not? We'll do a little opening. Let's see what we can get inside. We have the Hatterene with that stamp. Oh, Chilling Rain. We have the Ariados and the Nickit. Oh, that's actually by my favorite artist, so that's kind of funny. So cool. That had a little opening right there. And then we do have a graded card. I'm sure you can guess what Pokemon this is, but you'll probably not be able to guess which card it is. If you're able to guess, that's quite amazing. But that back looking flawless for Japanese cards like always. And we have a reverse holo from Incandescent Arcana. This is the Curlia. This does have the good ability, but I personally think this artwork is not very nice. Nothing against this artist. I just, compared to other Curlia artworks, this was not my favorite, but I love the reverse holo pattern with the Pokeballs. Kind of a precursor to when they did the Master Balls in 151. But yeah, beautiful card, reverse holo, and yeah, be another one that I can add to my Curlia Master set. Just trying to collect slabs here and there when they pop up on eBay. Usually they're pretty cheap because Curlia isn't, you know, a top Pokemon that people are trying to collect. So I have a lot of cards to get in sleeves and to get in applications, and then once that's done, we can start our binder time and go through some amazing talking points. Oh, before that, just one random thing. So at my work, they give out these 1964 $50 Kennedy coins. And so I was like, oh, what's so special about these? You know, they're worth 50 cents. But because 1964, it was the last year, they had 90%, I guess, silver content in the coins. And it was the first year, I think, that they had Kennedy on the coins. So they're like kind of collectible. So I have a decent amount here. We got 2, 4, 6. And they usually range from like $8 to $15 depending on their condition. So at least $8, I mean, that's not too bad. If you guys want to see like my coin collection, I have like a little velvet bag full of just random coins, you know, dollar coins and all that stuff. If you guys are interested in that, maybe I could do a video on that down the line. I don't think I compare to any like actual coin collectors out there, but I do like collecting money and stuff, which is kind of fun. As you can tell, I like to collect things in general. But just wanted to show that off. All right, let me organize and we'll go to binder time. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes. We have all the cards sleeved up and all of them taken care of in my apps. So we will start out. Ooh, I have these piles on the wrong binders. Would you look at that? So we're gonna go into Paldea Evolved 151, and I almost got the wool pulled over my eyes, but this is a Paldean Fates Iono. So I would actually have to verify this within my other binder to see if I don't have this one, because I paid for the Paldea Evolved one, which was $1, and this one I got is Paldean Fates, so I'm sure the seller just got them mixed up because they look exactly the same except for these letters on the numbering in the bottom. But I'll verify. Hopefully I don't have this card already. If I do, that's tragic because I needed the Paldea Evolved one. So let's get into this Paldea Evolved binder. So we should be making massive gains in the binder today, but please let me know how you have been. It is now summertime. Let me know if you have any summer trips planned. If you've already done those summer trips, let me know where you've been. I live in California, so if you have any good recommendations for places in California, I live in LA at the moment, and I'm always open to seeing new places. Of course, all over the world, I'm open to travel too, but when it comes to all over the world, you have to start prioritizing where you're actually going to go, because those trips can be a little bit more expensive, and you can maybe do like one of those a year until, you know, we're deeper into our careers. But please let me know how you've been. If you've graduated, if you're doing summer school, if you got a new job. Oh yeah, I don't have the regular Relor. Would you look at that? You know, just all those things. I'm always down to conversate down below. So the first, oh my gosh, I almost feel like I'm starting to fall into like a stereotype or something. But the first note that I have is clubbing with my coworkers. So it's funny, all of my coworkers at work, I would say there's 20 of us. There's only like 3 or 4 of us that are extroverts, me being one of included in that amount. And so it takes a lot of convincing to get everybody to go out clubbing. So I'm curious, I want to see where you come from on this. And it doesn't have to be clubbing. How often a month are you down to go out? Are you down to go out like once a month? And I'm saying like a full day thing, maybe a late night. Can you do that twice a month? Can you do it every single week? I would say I can go out about, I could do every week, but I would say 3 weeks would be like my perfect amount. Like 3 weeks of going out, doing things, traveling, and then 1 week just kind of chilling at home, doing nothing, maybe watching anime or sleeping or just, you know, going through a rabbit hole on YouTube. That would probably be my ideal. I know Mystery personally is probably like a once a month or once every other month type of person. But let me know how often, like because some people's social meters, like if you go to work or you go to school, like your social meters are filled. Mine, like I socialize a lot at work, but I also like to go out and do things too. Like on a Friday night, if I'm just sitting at home alone, I have a desire to just go out, even if it's by myself. Like I just have a desire to go out into the world. I don't know, maybe it's just because of where my age or something, but I just like to explore. I like to meet people, try new foods, new drinks, see new places, all of that. But oh, did I ask for a reverse when I needed a regular? Now I want to like verify this on the order. I'll have a note down below, but I already have the reverse holo. I needed the regular. They were probably in like a reverse holo mode, just flipping through stuff. But I was able to convince a bunch of coworkers to do clubbing. We had a great time. You know, some people need a little liquid courage. Some people need some other things. Some people just need the right people to go with. Some people need the right venue. But we ended up going to a dinner that a coworker recommended. I went there with Mystery myself. It was delicious as Thai food. And then I brought everybody else there. Everybody else wasn't as big a fan, but I kind of let everybody pick what they wanted to eat. Did they maybe not pick the best things? I mean, who knows? You know, I enjoyed myself. I'm not super picky when it comes to eating. I obviously have preferences over other things. But, and then after that, we were kind of deciding what we want to do. And it got brought up, hey, there's this one bar that eventually a DJ shows up and there's a little bit of dancing involved. So we were able to go and do that. And you know what? It was a great time. I got to see a few people, you know, outside of the work environment. And, you know, I'm not about creating like weird dynamics between like bosses and, you know, people under those bosses or subordinates. But also it's sometimes nice just to kind of see your coworkers not in a work context, because then it kind of humanizes them, gives them a little more personality if you don't really interact with them in that way. And I totally respect the people that like, they just want to go to work, do business, and then everything is completely separate. I completely understand having that point of view as well. But if you're in it for the long haul with some people, it's kind of nice to understand each other a little bit more. So when you get into those tight spots, you can kind of rely on those moments that you've already shared. And, you know, you'd be more open to working those things out instead of just remaining defensive and maybe escalating things in a way that maybe it can be handled at your level just through communicating with each other. Oh, nice, clean page. But the clubbing was wonderful. But because we did that, we actually had an official thing planned this past Friday. I'm filming this on Sunday, June 30th. And we had a big thing planned on this past Friday. It was actually in Koreatown in Los Angeles. Maybe you've been to this place. It's called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. We were going to go to dinner nearby and then go to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's like a club with like disco lights and everything. It just looks like a vibe, and it looks like something that I at least want to try once. And let's just say, because the majority of them were introverts, everyone had something else they had to do this weekend. So we kind of figured that was going to happen. I just wanted to have dinner last week because my boss, she just had her birthday, and so she like spent time with family. I'm like, hey, we should go out for dinner too. And then the other extrovert in the group is like, oh, this is a good opportunity to like go clubbing too. And it's like, well, you know me, I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to dance. But then I think that kind of wore everybody out, which is understandable as well. So we're going to have to postpone that and do that another time. So, oh well. The life goes on, and there's plenty of events and plenty of restaurants and clubs that will, you know, keep rolling. So the next thing I have is workout changes. I've kind of discussed like how my workouts, I'm changing them up focusing more on, even though it's very shallow, but it's summertime, you're focused on more like the aesthetics, you know, the abs, the biceps, you know, all the stuff that looks good at the beach and all that stuff. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on. And then I've also been doing a lot more running. So I was only running like maybe 3 to 5 miles a week, like nothing crazy, a mile here, a mile there, and not really pushing myself speed wise, but I've been pushing myself up again. I'm up to 10 plus miles every week again. Definitely nowhere near, definitely nowhere I used to be cardio wise, but I've been pushing myself a little bit more, and it does feel good just to like have the lungs pumping. It is like, you know, the first 9-10 minutes of a run are always rough, but then once that high kicks in, it does actually start feeling good. You start cranking up the speed, you start running at 10 miles per hour, and you just feel like you're in a race, and it feels good. And yeah, then you start breathing, and then all the sweating hits you, and then people look at you like, why are you sweating so hard at, you know, 6 in the morning? I'm like, oh, I got carried away. But so that's kind of how I've been tailoring my workouts. I used to be like focusing on one body part and then doing a ton of auxiliaries off of that, but I've kind of pushed off focusing on pull-ups, core, running, still doing all my core work, like the main workouts. So I still do squat, deadlift, shoulder press, and bench press, but then pretty much all the auxiliaries are involved with core and pull-ups and everything like that. So I did go to Cheesecake Factory. Shout out to Dallas. I know him and his fiance, maybe wife now, maybe they're married now. He has tried every single slice of cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory, and that kind of inspired me. You know how I do Oreo videos and all that stuff. Oh, another finished page. Bring! Only 3 dragon Pokemon, though. It's kind of sad. But I had the Celebration Cheesecake. I think this one was recently added because I was going down the menu, and then they added Celebration Cheesecake, and it kind of threw me off because I was like, oh, I never seen that. It was actually really good. It pretty much tastes exactly how you'd expect, kind of like a confetti cake type thing. But it was so delicious. I broke it up into 3 nights. Could I smash that all in one? But then that's 1,300 calories. I'm trying to, you know, slim out the figure just a little, nothing too crazy. And yeah, it was quite delicious. I did finish Paper Mario, so remake of Paper Mario. I did 100% it. Got all the rewards that you get for 100%ing it. There were the 2 secret bosses that they added on, which I thought was a really nice touch. And they give you kind of like collectible trophies to commemorate all the things that you like officially completed. So I don't know if I'm completely done with playing video games. I might try to do some like different challenge runs or something of Paper Mario, because it is like my favorite game of all time, and it's really fun. I've been watching a lot of videos of people doing like different challenge runs for the Pit of 100 Trials and all that stuff, but it's a really nice JRPG. If you've never played it, it's a good chance if you're just looking for something chill to play on your Switch. I can't wait for the new Switch to come out. It's been a while. There was when we went to the mall like a week or 2 ago, there was a weird display. See, I need this Iono. I need you, Iono. I paid $1 and I got the wrong Iono. I guess I could just sneak that one in there and no one would be the wiser, huh? But I did go to the mall, and they had like, Amazon was doing like a display type thing, and they had like all their different shows. So they did have a Fallout display for one of them, because I know there's the Fallout series. I actually haven't seen it. I wanted to see it, and then my desire to see it kind of went down. But I did take a photo with the power armor, which is kind of cool, because anytime you can see, you know, in real life power armor, I'm like, that's pretty sick. So I took a photo with that, so that's kind of cool. I'll have shown that photo if I have it. I'm pretty sure I do. And we have just this golden card to put into here. Dang, Paldean Fates is so massive. Why do they have to make it so big? And then there's a bunch of expensive cards too. My goodness. All right, now we can go to 151. All right, now we're into the 151, the infamous Reverse Metapod. And, oh, I need the infamous Reverse Kakuna as well. Shoot, I thought that was in this order, but I guess not. We will be filling a lot of holes. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Every single time I organize this binder, I always freak out because it's by Pokedex number and not by color, and I like get stressed out because I think everything is out of order, but it is not. It is not. Is that the Reverse Holo Eradicate? That is, right? Yeah. Okay, next thing, I did get a nail in my tire. So I would notice after I got my car wash, so where I work, there's like a guy that will wash your car while you're at work. So then by the end of the day, you pick up your car and it's nice and clean. And he does everything by hand, interior, exterior. And you can request for him to wax. Of course, that costs a little bit more. But I got everything fixed, got the oil change and tire aired up. And then I was like, wait, why does the tire indicator keep showing like the tire pressure is low? And then last time I gassed up, I looked at the wheel, and lo and behold, there is a nice juicy nail in the tire. I'm like, oh my goodness. So of course, Mystery, being super smart as she is, she got these tires a while. Well, they're actually still kind of fairly new, but she did get all of them to have not warranty, not insurance, some type of warranty or insurance on them. Like you pay an extra like $10 or $13 per tire, and if anything like that happens, they replace it for free, which is exactly what happened. And then of course she just got insurance on the next tire, so another $13. So that was super beneficial, because I've had horror stories in the past where I get a nail in a tire, or one tire goes flat, I drive on it for slightly too long before I actually change it out to the donut, and then they say, oh, this is beyond repair, and then my other tires have already worn too much, so it would be awkward tread-wise to have one brand new tire and then three like almost worn out tires, and you end up having to buy a whole new set of tires, and it just, yeah. So I'm glad I was able to avoid that situation. So it just sucks. I want to imagine the occasion on when you just perfectly run over a nail. But if you got, work trucks out there or anything, or people not cleaning up after themselves, you can run over a nail, and there it goes. There it goes. So let me know if you've ever run into those troubles. There was one time where my tire popped in the pouring rain, and because I didn't want to change it in the pouring rain, I drove on it way too far, and then that's when the tire got ruined. I should have changed it on the spot. But then also the road that I was driving on in Louisiana was like a back road. There was no shoulder, so it would have been very dangerous. It didn't have level ground to properly change it, so probably best that I didn't. But then, it truly ruined the tire, so yeah, that was a tough situation. So let me know if you've ever been in a situation like that. Did have Hawaiian barbecue. I've had Hawaiian barbecue in the past before, but this is my first time having it, I guess, recently and in LA. And, it made me miss it. Just some sweet meat, rice, and veggies. It's quite nice. Kind of like a comfort food almost. And look at that complete page. Ring! Oh, so Mystery did have I guess, new employees work event. So she's like kind of a new employee, but not really. But they did go to Ponchos in Manhattan Beach. Let me know if you've been to Ponchos in Manhattan Beach. It's a beautiful restaurant on the inside. It's pretty cute and just a nice venue in general. It is in Manhattan Beach, so everything is really expensive. But I thought for what the food was, it was very expensive. Was the food delicious? Yes. But, charging $27 for some enchiladas, like, that kind of hurts the soul, especially when you've been to some dirt cheap Mexican spots, and then they charge you $27 for enchiladas. I know it's the area, and I know, all the bells and whistles and stuff that come with it, but it hurt a little bit. The tres leches was delicious, and their guacamole was really good as well. So, and their margaritas were good, just all, a few dollars more than the normal prices. But overall, it was a great restaurant, just, slightly expensive, but it was nice. Mystery was having a good time at Sharky's before that, and then I linked up with her after I got off of work at Poncho's for a reservation, so that was nice. Stellar Crown pre-order. So Mystery was shopping for stuff for a future surprise that I'll probably mention in a video, but I think it's slightly too early, but I think it'll be a great surprise whenever I can talk about it in the video. So look forward to this miscellaneous surprise. But she was shopping for this, and then I remembered, shoot, I haven't been to the Pokemon Center store in a long time. So I went on there, and lo and behold, Stellar Crown pre-orders were out, so I ordered 2 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes like I always do for every set. So those are coming in. So if you haven't placed your pre-orders, do so. If you like to place pre-orders or whatever. To me, those are the only things worth pre-ordering on Pokemon Center, unless there's any like exclusive stuff or stamp stuff, or if you order this, you'll get this exclusive card. But because everything on Pokemon Center is full price, so you're not going to get any crazy discounts like you can on eBay or some stores with bundles or whatever. So keep an eye out for that. And now we get into the anime section. So sadly, 2 of the 4 anime that I've been watching have ended as of this weekend, which, is fine. It'll open me up to start some other anime, but also it's tragic because I've been enjoying all of these. No! I asked for a holo. Gosh, dang it. Okay, I need to check the order on this one. I'll put down below if this was incorrect or not. It might be. I might have ordered it wrong, but gosh, dang it. That's 2 now. Quaxley and Jolteon. How could you? How could you? At least the Mewtwo is correct. All right. So, Kaiju number 8 ended. Definitely my favorite show of this year so far. I was about to say amazing, but also criminal cliffhangers. And the way that this season ended, it wasn't like a crazy cliffhanger or anything. There was a cliffhanger. Obviously, you're going to have to do a little something set up for the next season. Season 2 has been announced for when, who knows. but it did end nicely. The fights were crazy, the transformations were awesome, and yeah, no, it's a great series so far. I'm very much looking forward to when it picks back up again. I can see, because in the beginning, I kept seeing it being advertised over Crunchyroll and the countdowns and all this stuff. I'm like, what makes this show so dang special? And like, the story isn't anything mind-bending. The animation isn't anything mind-blowing. I mean, granted, the kaiju animations are actually pretty cool. But it just like hits all the right areas. You know, if you're like me, you're very simple. You like the power-ups and all this stuff. So this is wrong. Somebody pointed it out in my video. I thought that said 192, but it actually says 197. I thought it looked off being in between Pokemon full arts, so shout out to those who correct me. I am far from perfect, so if I ever make mistakes, please let me know, so I appreciate that correction. I meant to go back and change that, but then I knew that I was going to be putting in more 151, so I figured I could do that at the same time that I'm doing this. And that is 192, not Giovanni's Charisma. So, Kaiju number 8 has ended. Let me know what you thought overall. I was going to leave it at an 8 out of 10, and just as the series kept going, I'm like, this is deserving of a 9 out of 10. It is up there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Next is My Hero Academia. So this one did not end. One of the fights, because they're all split into different fights right now, one of the fights did end, but then they kind of gave you a recap or an update on all the other fights. So still slowly progressing. Nothing like mind-blowing has happened yet, but you're just seeing slow progress on all the fights. So that's good. One Piece still continuing on, CP0 and Luffy and Zoro fighting together. They realize what blood or race that they mixed in with the Seraphim that makes them so resilient, and they all kind of like have a bonding moment against Zoro, like saying that he's an idiot that he didn't recognize that sooner, which was precious. I love it when, you know, you have really, really tense, intense moments, and then just the moments with the Straw Hats break that tension. It's kind of precious, and I like that type of stuff. And then actually ended the episode with a crazy cliffhanger. I don't know if they've been watching Kaiju number 8, but they ended this episode with a crazy cliffhanger. There's a mystery person that's ruining everything, and I'm curious who it is on the inside. Demon Slayer, end of this season. Okay, so Demon Slayer, this season was great. It's probably, if you just talk about pure content, it's probably the most boring out of all the arcs that we've had, because it's the Hashira training arc. But you get a lot of cool background on all the Hashiras, which a lot of them are really awesome designs and cool characters. And what I have to give Demon Slayer is their sound effects, the music, and the animation are just some of the greatest, especially the animation. Especially, if you know what moment I'm talking about, there was an explosion in this final episode. The animation of that explosion, I like had to like slap myself. I was like, am I looking at a real life explosion, or is this animated? Like, it was so nice. And let's just say some epic moments happened. I felt kind of, you know, it felt like just the ultimate tease, because they're of course setting up the next arc, which I think might be the final arc, the Infinity Castle arc. But the way that this season ended was, it was pretty awesome. This was all just basically a build-up and setup season for the final, which what I think is the final arc. I haven't read all the way through. I'm anime only, but the animation, even though Demon Slayer's story is pretty predictable, and you know, there's cool character designs and animation and sounds and everything like that, but you know, I could see why people could criticize it, but you cannot deny, maybe it's just a style that I prefer, but I've never watched a show that had this good of animation. Like, I know One Piece's fights at some of the peaks have had really good animation in other shows, but just across the board, like, if you've seen an anime movie, you know, like if you've seen the Naruto or Dragon, like, the animation on those, you can tell is definitely improved from the shows. Demon Slayer's episodes, like, all of them are just, like, so, like, the animation is crazy. So I'm excited for the final season. It has been announced, or the next arc has been announced. I guess it's going to be like in 3, maybe like hour-long or movies broken up. So that'll be really cool. Very much looking forward to that. And that is actually all the updates that I have. Once again, please let me know what you're watching, what you're collecting, what you're doing. Let me know if you have a coin collection or anything like that. Oh, the final moment. We'll verify if this Iono is in here, which I have a feeling it is, because I thought I pulled the reverse holo in Paldean Fates. If I did, that's ultra depressing. And, oh, this is Paradox Rift. Oh, I don't have it. Look at that. Okay, we good. We good. Look at that. Ending on a good note. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.